Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Boy, that was quick. They're walking it back with Roald Dahl. Yeah, the original books are to be kept in print without changes in the classic collection.
Right. So the one that'll be harder to get or smaller runs will be left the same.
Right. So it's like Coke Classic. New Coke didn't work. New Wonka didn't work. So now we're gonna have classic Wonka.
Yeah, but there's classic, but it's not. They're gonna still sell the new recipe, which no one liked.
They're going to sell that one to the schools. That's going to be the version that they're going to push into schools. If you want actual uncensored Roald Dahl, you're going to have to
uncensored Roald Dahl.
Probably pay through the nose for it. They're probably going to put like a hardcover box set and charge like $200.
Right.
Like.
The definitive collection or something.
Go to Kickstarter or something. You know how bad you want to see. How bad you want to read the original Roald Dahl. So let's talk about this. We did a video a couple days ago talking about the situation with Roald Dahl, who is of course a beloved children's book author.
Now they're trying to do Dr. Seuss too.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Dr. Seuss too. They're doing sequels that nobody asked for to the Grinch.
But they're going to call it Dr. Seuss, but it wasn't Dr. Seuss.
They're literally calling it Dr. Seuss is How the Grinch Lost Christmas, and Dr. Seuss is not involved obviously because he's dead. Roald Dahl's also dead. They used
the psychic, and the psychic dictated the book.
Oh, that'd be funny.
According to him.
Got out the Ouija board, and this is the book that
spelled out every word.
See, they could put that on the cover. They could be like the book that Dr. Seuss wanted to write, but he died before he could.
But thank goodness we have a Ouija board.
Thank goodness we can. Yes, yeah. So let's thank the Lorax, mother bleepers. All right. That's another book. That's another book he wants to write. Thank the Lorax, mother bleepers.
That's right. You should have listened to me.
You should have listened to me. And
ban this, bitches.
All right, let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 295,000 subs, almost 300. Yay, almost 300,000. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for the notifications. Make sure you're still subscribed. We really want the 300,000. We don't get a plaque for that though. Just get a cookie. They mail us a cookie.
They don't mail you anything.
They don't mail you.
You make me bake you a cookie.
Bake me a cookie. Anyway, they cut that out of the book too. Yeah. Anyway, so controversy, Roald Dahl, Netflix involved. Obviously, they're saying it's because, his terminology doesn't resonate with modern audiences.
But some of the changes are worse. Like, okay, so they're taking Augustus Gloop and now they're saying he's enormous instead of fat. As a fat person, I think enormous is worse.
It's like, you're not just fat, you're ginormous.
I mean, I'm like, to me, that's much worse than saying that, okay, he was fat. No, they're just enormous, which means like you ate all the fat people. I'm just like trying to figure this out.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Oompa Loompas are no longer small men, but small people. That way he can breed more Oompa Loompas to work in his factory for nothing.
That's right.
So he's got it's kind of like a puppy mill.
So now to be less misogynistic, we're still going to have small people, workers.
Oompa Loompa Doompity Doo, get in that room and start to screw. I need more of you to make my Charleston chew.
I can't.
I don't know. Anyway, in the twits, Mrs. Twit is no longer described as ugly and beastly, just beastly. She's not ugly, she's just beastly. The Cloud Men and James and the Giant Peach are now cloud people, cloud persons. And also there's a whole bunch, they left a whole bunch out because actually in James and the Giant Peach, they reworked, they had a whole poem in there about the ants and it didn't call them fat. It didn't call them ugly or whatever. I forget what it was. The Fantastic Mr. Fox, they changed the sons to daughters for literally no reason. Yeah. It's like, okay, I can't see, but let's just pretend you're doing this. Let's pretend you're doing this for the sake of the children. Oh, also children. Yeah. Boys and girls. They took out all instances of that. Now it's just the children. Anyway, let's pretend you're doing this for the sake of the children. There's absolutely no reason to change the genders of Mr. Fox's kids.
No, none.
Unless you have an agenda. That's literally the only reason. In The Witches, narrator notes that witches are bald underneath their wigs. A line is added to say there are plenty of other reasons why women might wear wigs, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. They just inserted they just made up a line and threw it in there. Just be like, it's okay to be a bald woman. It's not because they're, monsters or anything, and they're just trying to pass for humans.
Okay.
Anyway, lots of backlash. A lot of people that even would normally be down with, sensitivity readers. And that's what they did. They brought a bunch of sensitivity readers in to nitpick his books.
I'm sorry, I just can't get past the Oompa Loompa thing. Anyway.
A lot of people can't get past the Oompa Loompa thing. But you put a bag on their head and it's so much easier.
Because they're beastly?
Yeah. Just pretend they're big people, okay? Just shut up. Anyway, he's got an OnlyFans going. See, because chocolate business has been down, so he has to.
Well, that's a whole other joke about making chocolate and.
Oh my God. So let's see here. Now they're going to do a collector's edition of Mr. Dahl. 17 titles will be available later this year and will include archive material. Oh my God, I was joking. Archive material relevant to each of the stories by the much loved but controversial author. Classic collection will sit alongside the newly released Roald Dahl books for young readers, which I don't think anybody's going to... Well, no, all the libraries are going to buy it. Which have been rewritten.
Rewritten to cater for the sensitivities of modern audiences. Rewritten to cater to the activists on Twitter.
Look, this is what happens when you bring sensitivity readers into the mix. And the same thing happened with Dungeons and Dragons. And so many... They're like, you need to have sensitivity readers. I'm like, those people are literally getting paid to look for problems and to create problems because they don't have a job unless they find problems. Now, it's not the first time, again, Roald Dahl has been edited. The Oompa Loompas were originally natives. They were pygmies.
Yeah, I mean, I can get why they changed that.
Yeah, and they did that, I think, right before the movie came out. They're like, yeah, we really want to go there because now we're getting into like some Sambo stuff here. We don't want to, yeah. So that was changed.
That I can understand.
But some of the other stuff, I'm like, there's no real, like, again,
they're
Mr.
still
Fox.
Little. They're still like, what about people that are of a smaller stature?
They should be offended.
That's what I'm saying.
Slave labor in Blanca's factory.
It's like that,
Well, they're treated well-ish, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if they have a union. Do the Oompa Loompas have a union?
I don't know.
Apparently
they have an OnlyFans, so there you go.
There you go. The Roald Dahl Story Company and Puffin Books carried out a review of Dahl's classics. Yes. Which led to the removal or rewriting of content deemed offensive. Again,
by a small group of people they hired to find offensive things in the books.
Now, they started this process apparently before Netflix bought them, but it escalated after Netflix bought them because they want to adapt all this stuff into movies and TV shows. They included references to weight, mental health. Yeah, they apparently any instance of calling a person crazy or manic or whatever, we had to take that out.
So they're shunning mental illness.
Yes.
So they're calling fat people enormous. They're basically removing like the references to mental health issues because we're just going to pretend they don't exist.
Yeah. So we got, the changes they made. Again, this is beyond a sensitivity reader. This is just like, these are ridiculous changes that, arbitrary. Turning Mr. Fox's sons into daughters. Come the fuck on. Pardon my French. They took that out of the... Because that was the first thing that Willy Wonka actually said to Charlie. Mm-hmm. You've got a golden ticket. Come the fuck on in, Charlie.
That's right.
Meet the Oompa Loompas.
Well, that's we all can just rewrite it how we want it.
That's right. Come on in, Charlie. Come into my chocolate factory. Because that's not weird. It's like, I'm going to put these tickets out there to trap a bunch of kids. I'm going to my chocolate factory with my small people that have an OnlyFans. My workforce. That's not weird at all. That's totally normal. Critics include author Salman Rushdie, who was attacked for writing a book, and Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. I think I'm pronouncing it. I don't know. On Friday, the managing director of Penguin Random House Children said, at Puffin, we have proudly published Roald Dahl stories for more than 40 years in partnership with the Roald Dahl Story Company. So what the hell happened, Francesca? Their mischievous spirit and his unique storytelling genius have delighted the imaginations of readers across many generations. So what happened? We listened to the debate over the past week, which has reaffirmed the extraordinary power of Roald Dahl's books and the very real questions around how stories from another era can be kept relevant.
They were relevant before.
They were.
Changing fat to enormous doesn't make a difference, and not in a positive way.
As a children's publisher, our role is to share the magic of stories with children with the greatest thought and care. Roald Dahl's fantastic books are often the first stories young children will read independently, and taking care for the imaginations and fast-developing minds of young readers is both a privilege and a responsibility.
Honestly, if I'm going to be honest, I don't know a lot of kids who read those books.
I did.
Okay, I know you. But when I was a kid,
I'm
that
weird.
wasn't something that we had there that we was reading.
I read a lot of Roald Dahl, and I read
I read a lot of Serendipity.
Beverly Cleary books.
Did read Beverly Cleary books, Babysitter's
Mouse and
Club.
Motorcycle.
Yes, well, the
That's
teachers read them
problematic
to
now.
us. Yeah, you know. Did you know? Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is being made into a movie.
Are they allowed to talk about God and menstruation in the same movie now?
They'll probably change it in some way, sensitivity readers and all.
You're there, God. It's me, Matt. I want to leave that in. That's funny.
Well, you know, equality and all.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Anyway,
Why does my pants keep getting wet in the morning? God, I don't know what's going
I
on.
don't understand. We recognize the importance of keeping Dahl's classic texts in print by making both Puffin and Penguin versions available. We're offering readers the choice to decide how they experience which flavor of Dahl do you want. Which flavor of Dahl?
Do you want regular or light?
Dahl.
Diet roll.
His is like Bud Light.
Oh.
Diet Roll
And
Dahl.
it tastes like piss.
It does taste like piss. Oompa loompa doopity doo. I've got some censored bullshit for you. Anyway, my Roald Dahl once said, if my book, look, he's got dogs. He can't be all bad. If my books can help children become readers, I feel I have accomplished something important. At Puffin, we'll keep pursuing that ambition for as long as we don't get called out.
Wait, if my books can help children become readers, then I feel I've accomplished something important. Here at Puffin, we'll just make sure we keep changing his work so you're actually allowed to read it.
Next time we won't get caught. Next time we won't get... That's basically all they're saying. Next time we won't
He's
get
a
caught.
genius. Let's change everything about it.
Now we have to get into the nitty gritty. Okay, he died in 1990. In 2020, his family apologized, saying they recognize the lasting and understandable hurt caused by his anti-Semitic statements.
Well, he shouldn't have said anti-Semitic
You
stuff.
shouldn't
That's
say
bullshit.
anti-Semitic statements.
But wait. How come in this case they can separate the art from the artist, but they can't with Hogwarts Legacy? It's all anti-Semitic and you have to hate it because it is. But this person actually said anti-Semitic things, supposedly.
I don't know.
And it's okay now because we're still making money on it. We'll just change it to shut you up so you can still give us money.
Now, this is damn disappointing. This is his Dark Materials author, Philip Pullman. I actually do like his Dark Materials. I read the books before they did the show, by the way. You know. He suggested his work should just be left to fade away and go out of print as modern tastes move on. Well,
So you buy his stuff instead.
yeah, right.
That's what it's like.
It's like someday
That's competition for me.
someday people are going to say the same thing about you, Mr. Pullman, Sir, Mr. How you do that? Sir, Mr. Sir Pullman. He's a sir. Anyway,
That sounds like a poor name, Sir Pullman.
Sir Pullman. Yeah. So now, speaking of canceled children's book authors, Dr. Seuss. A lot of his books, well, not a lot. Like 3 or 4 of his books they canceled. There's a lot of controversy around Dr. Seuss. People are like, we're not going to celebrate Dr. Seuss Day because he's an awful person. Again, these books were written a long
We're not
time
going
ago.
to celebrate till we can cash in, and then hot damn, bring it back.
Pretty much. Well, now they're going to cash in. They're gonna create their own Dr. Seuss book, How the Grinch Lost Christmas.
So he stole it, got happy, and now we're going to take that away from him too.
Right?
Give this guy a break.
That little bitch Cindy Lou took his Christmas joy. Miserable bitch. Anyway, on Thursday, Dr. Seuss Enterprises, that's not Dr. Seuss, and Random House Children's Book, Inc. announced How the Grinch Lost Christmas, a direct sequel to the 1957 children's book. The novel, which will be brought to life by writer Alastair Haim and Aristides Ruiz, marks the first time the Grinch's narrative has been expanded upon without Seuss, who died in 91. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is one of the most beloved holiday celebration books of all time.
So we need to cash in on that.
They need to cash in because they're making another movie, right? I think they're making another movie,
Yeah,
so
probably.
they got to do another book.
We got to have another books. We don't keep making the same movie because no one's coming to see the same movie. So we got to have a new one for a new movie.
Adding to that legacy with a sequel is a process we have carefully considered, and we love what the author and illustrator have created, said the president and CEO of Dr. Seuss Enterprises. We feel, God, this is like the Lorax. This is like
they're literally like manufacturing Dr. Seuss.
they are. We feel it will be yet another heartwarming piece of Seussian
But
literature.
it's not Seussian literature because it's not Dr. Seuss.
that will help families around the world grow their hearts 3 more sizes as they celebrate the holidays for decades to come. Given the modern sensibilities.
It's how the Grinch lost Christmas but gained Kwanzaa.
Exactly. I'm telling you, that's what they're probably going to do.
Well, I was thinking more. The rumor is that they're going to do another movie, and they don't have a story. Now they'll have the story that happened to release before the movies that got is filmed.
Yeah, or maybe it's about dealing with depression, and the Grinch is bipolar, and some days his heart is 3 sizes too small, and some days his heart is gonna freaking explode from all the stress.
Or maybe it's because Christmas is over and Whoville, and he was all excited and finally got Christmas in his heart, but Christmas left, and he has to wait for a whole other year, so he has to explore other holidays. Like the Peter Cottontail, where he had a caterpillar fly him around in an airship to try to find eggs for or to give eggs away at other holidays.
That was batshit.
So
that was crazy. I love Rankin Bass. God, they were nuts.
The Grinch lost Christmas, but he gained all these other holidays, and he learns that Christmas is in your heart every day of the year until the next holiday, and then it's Then
there's got to be some. So he goes to Starbucks, right? During the holidays, and his Christmas joy or his holiday joy is overflowing, and he gives him the spiel about the red cup. And then we have to come up with a word that rhymes with Starbucks. As the Grinch went to Starbucks, he said, about Christmas, I no longer give two.
Stop.
Starbucks.
But I guess anybody can write Dr. Seuss now.
Anybody can write Dr. Seuss.
And if you slap Dr. Seuss hard on it and say it's a Grinch, it's Seussian.
Anybody can make Star Wars. Anybody
can be a Skywalker.
Anybody can be a Skywalker. Anybody can make. Hell, they're waiting for JK. They're waiting for JK to get out of the way so they can make some proper Harry Potter.
Right, which is their fanfics.
Which is their fanfic. So that's all it's going to take. You just got to wait it out, guys. Waiting game. Eventually, she's going to die. And they're going to have the Harry Potter Company Incorporated Enterprises, and they're going to have sensitivity readers come in and give all you guys all the fanfic you want.
That's right.
Nobody asked for. We're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.